What's up, everybody? It is Monday. Not everybody's happy day. It's also 420. Light it up, man. Yeah. So, anyway, since it's 420, I'm bored off my ass. Gonna do a TV show review that I just watched recently. From 2006, Blade the series. Yeah, I found it on Tubi. And I had actually watched it 14 years ago. I watched the pilot, maybe the first two episodes, and then I kind of lost track of watching it. I don't know why. I must have been hooked on other shit back then, but I remember watching it and I really liked it and it was really good. So I had the chance to rewatch it start to finish, which was nice. And wow. Holy shit. Dude, that show is criminally underrated. I know a lot of people didn't like Kirk Jones, aka Sticky Fingers. I know a lot of people didn't like him as Blade, but wow. It originally aired on Spike in 2006 and ran for one season. Sad because it got canceled. Um, what really made it stand out was the people behind it. You had Jeff Johns and David S. Goyer. Both of them were involved heavy in the project, which was nice. Jeff wrote a few episodes. Him and David directed the pilot. Wrote and directed the pilot. Jeff stayed on as consulting producer. That was cool. The show really was amazing. And what really baffles the shit out of me is that it gives you, it was a precursor to Marvel's Netflix 9 years after that. Because Daredevil started on Netflix in 2015. And I know I'm skipping over Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I never really watched that show, so I can't really compare it to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I never watched it. I'm comparing it to the darker tones of the show. Like this is what baffles me. Spike TV, if any of you remember Spike TV, um, stuck around for a while and then got bought out and turned into Paramount Network. So when it was Spike TV, um, it had a bunch of shows and all this stuff. Anyway, Blade the series was one of those shows, and they treated it just like a show. They didn't treat it as a potential Marvel candidate or anything. They just treated it like a TV show. And I checked Wikipedia, and Jeff said that, and if I'm butchering his name, fuck it. I tried. It's either Geoff or Jeff. Um, he said that the network didn't want to cancel it, but it was a thing of budget, which I totally get. But for back then, dude, this show was way ahead of its time. Way ahead by almost a full decade. Um, it was dark. It pushed the envelope of TV 14. Yeah, it was rated TV 14. Ain't that some shit? But they really pushed the boundaries of TV 14 back then. Like for 2006, that was basically TVMA. You have tons of violence in it. You have sexuality in it. You have a small rape scene in there. You have drug addiction and just all kinds of shit. Like there are downsides to the show. Like the action scenes are subpar compared to today's fighting scenes and whatnot. Um, what else? It does drag. It does take a long time. Well, not super long to get into the story, but it does jump right in. The biggest mistake it made was following what True Calling did. True Calling is another TV show that was on Fox in 2003 and subsequently ended in 2005 or 6, I think. Mm. Why did that show end? Let's see. The mistake it made, and True Calling's mistake was revealing too much in season 1. And it did get a season 2, but season 2 was shorter. Blade's mistake was killing off too many people in the first season. And yeah, I'm going into spoilers now. So if you don't want spoilers, you better fast forward till whenever I stop talking about spoilers. They killed off. Cause see, this show could have went on for 4 years, 3 to 4 years easily. They killed off the Bad Bloods. They killed off Krista's mom. They killed off. What else? There was a lot of shit they cut out, or they killed off too quickly. I can't remember what the hell else they did. Yeah, I think those were the main ones for the most part. I made a Facebook post. I'll post what I wrote in the comment in the description box or the comment section so you can see what I said, because I said a whole lot about the show. It was damn good though. It's a solid 10 out of 10. Like, you get exploration into Blade's universe. You get more backstory on him. You get backstory on Whistler. You get backstory on his new team. Well, one of them anyway. You get backstory on Krista, who is an Iraq veteran with PTSD. I wish they would have done more with her, but shit happens. You get introduced to Shen, who is Blade's tech guy. And also the series takes place after Blade Trinity, so it ties into the movies, which is really nice. But Shen, you don't get no backstory on his ass at all, none. Blade's dad is introduced, and that's it. Just one episode, and that's it. Like, damn. It's so crazy. Like, there was so much added in and so much taken out that ruined, that made that killed the first season. Like, they added too much in. If they'd have paced it out, okay, you could have taken the Bad Bloods, had them come back for season 2 or season 3. Have them be like repeat offenders in a way. Have them keep coming back, and it would have been nice. The Blade's enemy, Marcus Van Sciver, he is hella good. I forget the guy's name who played him though, but I like Marcus Van Sciver. He was good. He was so good. What else was there? Oh, there was so much good stuff in this show. You got to see, like I said before, I got to see Blade's universe, and I like that. That was nice. You got to see what he's got to deal with. He's got to deal with kids snorting vampire ashes, to get their powers and stuff for a little bit. That was intriguing. I like that dynamic because it gives you more to his universe versus just him going around killing vampires and whatnot. Like the show really skated the boundaries of TV-14. I still can't believe Spike kept it TV-14. Like, damn. And then I find out there's an unrated version of the season, which I am buying because I want to see what was cut the fuck out. Like, they left a lot of stuff in the show, but they cut out some stuff too. So I'm working on buying it. I'm locked in for a bid on eBay, so I'll find out whether I got it or not, and then I'll do a follow-up video for this. I was very surprised Jeff Johns was involved. That made me happy. I love his work. Shit. Almost everything I've read involves him. And yeah, he's mostly DC, but that didn't deter me from watching it. For me, it's brand new, so I knew nothing about the show, only from what I remembered 14 years ago. And rewatching it now, 14 years later, it has aged well. The action scenes, not so much, but other than that, phenomenal. You get a look into the House of Cthon. Um, I think if they had laid out the show, for me, the way I'm thinking, if they'd have laid it out for 3 to 4 seasons, you could have gotten a look into the other houses involved. You could have gotten a look into newer enemies involved. They covered, what does the show cover? The show covered date rape, uh, murder, a lot of intrigue. I love the shit out of intrigue, though. It was awesome. What else? There was just so much added in. But the downside of that show, if they hadn't killed off so many people and, written them off so quickly, the show could have thrived. It really, really could have thrived. And you had Jeff Johns at the fucking helm. And David S. Goyer involved. Shit. You had the creator, you had 2 well-known creators involved in a project. Fuck. If the show had gone to FX, and this is like I forget. I'm trying to think when The Shield came out. That old FX show, legendary cult classic show of FX's programming. Because the thing that made The Shield stand out was how brutal and dark and controversial it was. Because you had, it introduced a lot of sex. It introduced a lot of violence, as in, let's see here. One dude's face got burnt. The one detective was forced to suck a dick. Yeah, they showed that shit. Oh my god. Whew. I think that was the same year, or it might have been a year later. I don't know, something like that. But like you could see how TV was changing back then and how it was amping everything up. And man, they amped so much shit up. Oh, now I remember. They killed Fritz off. Yeah, that pissed me off. Fritz was a vampire that got injected with Aurora, a serum that helped vampires become immune to sunlight, garlic, and silver. And they killed him off. Even though he was like a walking cure, they killed him off in like the third or fourth episode, I think. I just like third. But yeah, like they killed him off. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn. Because that's the problem. Like, the show is so good, but it suffers from its problems. And despite those problems, it's still highly enjoyable to watch. You can still watch it. It's on Tubi. The entire series is on there. Not unrated though, sadly. What else? I don't know. Let's see. Comparing Blades, okay? You got Wesley, who pretty much established a fucking franchise of Blade, and you have Sticky Fingers, who came along and did another portrayal. You also have Anime Blade. Well, actually, now you have to really go back in time. Blade first appeared on 90s Spider-Man. Then you have Wesley Snipes. Then you have Sticky Fingers. Then you have the anime. And then you have Mahershala Ali's upcoming Project Blade, whenever that's going to come out. So you got 5 Blades. Which one is the best? Well, I don't remember much about the animated Blade, so I can't really compare. I did watch the 90s Spider-Man, but I do need to rewatch it because I love that fucking show. We got Wesley Snipes. Now, Wesley Snipes, he did a damn good job as Blade. He brought forth a whole trilogy, and shit's amazing. I love that trilogy a lot. The best one out of that trilogy, Blade 2. Easily Blade 2. Although I do need to rewatch Trinity, though, because I haven't seen Trinity in 15 years or so. Then you have the series, which follows the events of Trinity. Plus, the end of Trinity, they released the Daystar virus, which hasn't reached all the vampire covens, so there's a lot to catch up on with that. That should have been expanded on in, like, the later seasons. That would have been a good, ending thing for it. But, oh well. And then you have the anime series of Blade. Now, if you've never heard of the anime, there's Marvel anime. There is Blade, Wolverine, Iron Man, X-Men. I think that was it. Yeah, just those 4. Or no, Wolverine. Yeah, there's Wolverine too. Wait, yeah. Wolverine, X-Men, Blade, Iron Man. Yeah, those 4. Good series. Love them. They are awesome as fuck. But Marvel Anime Blade? Definitely badass as fuck. It's a retelling of the first film in anime form. I love it. It's fucking brutal and awesome as shit. But we're comparing, live action shit. So, Wesley versus Kurt. Who's the better Blade? Well, let me see. I would say Kurt is about mid-level to Wesley, honestly. Because, like, he does bring a certain element to Blade's character and persona. And then there's that one scene in the show that I love. I actually recorded it because it was so fucking funny. He's in the club hunting down a familiar, and he pulls his gun out. And he points it at the bouncers. They say, "Go get some ice cream." I never laughed so fucking hard in my life. I was like, oh god. This sure is funny. Oh god. But yeah, Wesley is like top king when it comes to Blade. Like, his portrayal is really good. But it does lack, I guess some depth, I would say. Like, the depth that you saw in Blade 1 from 99 is definitely, the gold standard. Like, that's the gold standard to fuck with. That's the one to watch the most. But, as you watch Blade 2, ooh, that's 1. He evolves a little more, and then 3, it sort of got lost in translation, I think. Although, I don't know. I gotta rewatch. But from what I remember, yeah. And comparing it, yeah. Kirk's role definitely gives a whole new light to Blade. Because you get, more backstory on what he's like. You get more, there's more to him. There's a human element to him with the series. And I think if Spike hadn't pulled the plug, it would be the show would become it would be a true cult classic to look back on and be like, wow, this is where this is where we got, our first Marvel TV universe, which is awesome. That would have been cool as hell. But didn't happen for another fucking 9 years. it's nuts. Like, it was such a good show. But I mean, in retrospect, the show's ahead of its time. And to me, it is a cult classic because even though it lasted one season and has a great cliffhanger and leaves you with so many questions and whatnot, um, I think it deserves another shot at a series. It really does. I think what they should do with Mayor Shala's role is not do a movie, do a show. Because doing a movie is high risk. It's a 50-50 gamble. You know, get high risk, high reward, or high risk, no reward, or low risk, high reward, vice versa. Table switching and shit. If you do a series, you can actually see, how he works in if he was to do the character in a series. Now, he has great, fucking, he does have great credentials. His career is well known. He's got a lot of good roles that are memorable under his belt. And I don't doubt him. Like, he had a great run doing True Detective Season 3. That was amazing. I love that. And he was also good in Moonlight as well. Do I think he has the film maturity to do Blade? Possibly. Now, when I say film maturity, I'm talking about, has he done enough roles to merit, the comic book standard or something? Possibly. I mean, he's done a decent amount of work, but has he done enough? Maybe, maybe not. It depends. I don't know. I mean, if they had done a little bit of production and they had released a trailer of it already, I was like, oh, this looks really fucking good. I don't know. I mean, True Detective Season 3 for him was definitely a shining light for him. That was a damn good season. Like, he really did a double edged method acting in that. He went from past to present, playing himself, playing the same character, but from two different eras, which was amazing. That's hard to do for some people, depending on who you're talking about. Would I love to see Kurt come back as Blade? Maybe. It'd be nice. I don't think you could get the original cast back together, though. I mean, it's been, 14 years. A lot of them have probably retired, or they have died, or they've, taken a break from acting and whatnot, and they've just, gone back to regular jobs and whatnot. What else? Do I think Jeff Johns and David S. Goyer should be involved in the new Blade film? Hell fucking yes. Definitely. If Jeff stays involved, if he gets involved in the project, that film is going to be awesome. And actually, it makes Blade look and feel like a DC character. Literally, it does. And I know it's probably going to piss off some Marvel fanboy. I don't give a fuck if that pisses you off. Go cry in your safe space, bitch. I don't give a flying fuck how you feel. This is my take on the series and how I feel about it. Don't like it, don't watch. But if you're the type to hate watch, that's on you. I hope I make you horny. So, if you are a Marvel fan and you like watching Marvel TV shows, this is definitely something for you to check out. If you don't like Marvel shows and you aren't that kind of person, I'm not saying for you. If you have issues with vampires, rap artists, old TV shows, the year 2006, any of the words I've said in this video, the cast involved, Jeff Johns, David S. Goyer, anything and all. Don't watch it. If you don't watch this, you'll like it. It's really good. And you can see, what I'm talking about as you watch it. Like, you'll appreciate it, but also understand where I'm coming from with all this. So, yeah, it's on Tubi for the time being until it gets taken off of Tubi. Or if you want to be like me and you want to get the unrated season, then, get the unrated season. What else? I think that was about it. Oh, who's my favorite character off the show? Well, based just from Stephen 1. Duh. Season 1. I would have to say it's a tie between Marcus Van Sciver and Blade. Oh no, actually Krista too, because Krista was pretty cool. But like, I don't know. It's like you can see when you want, for me anyway, you can see how it was how Jeff and David were trying to build a Marvel series up. They were really trying. Like, you can really see how they were building up for a long season. Like, they introduced the characters, but they took off so much, which really sucks. I think if they had done it up correctly and not killed off so many motherfuckers, the show could have lasted, 3 to 4 seasons easily. If they had, and plus if the network hadn't dropped it and didn't worry about fucking budget issues, the show would have lasted long. And it could have been bumped up to TVMA, giving them more flexibility. I still can't believe, I'm still blown away that it stayed under a TV-14 umbrella. Holy shit. Like, see, I'm dead fucking serious. Watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because with anything vampire related, usually, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. That's a good example comparison. Oh yes, definitely a good comparison. Comparing Blade to Sabrina, that's exactly how it is. Like, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina really pushes that envelope for TV-14, but they still stay there, which fucking baffles me. I'm like, just go to MA! Please, go to MA! Fuck. Ugh. But yeah, that's the best comparison I can give it. So, if you like Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, you'll like Blade the series. Definitely. For how it skates against the rating and pushes it really hard. Like, wow. Huh. What else was there? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, let me treat this as a whole series. Like, let's say it ran 3 to 4 seasons, like I've been saying. Okay, so it's 14 years later. The show's been over since 2010. Are the characters memorable? Definitely memorable. Yes, they really are. Like, you had Blade, you had Marcus, you had Krista, you had Chase, which is Marcus's side piece. Side piece. You had Shen, although I don't know if he ever got his. We'll say he got his backstory. So, wow, what a backstory for Shen! I can't believe that. Whoa! Can you believe that shit? Wow. Oh man. And then Blade fought the Bad Bloods and beat them. And oh my god, that reveal. Oh man. And then got to see all the houses and what the fuck they did. Yeah, hype. That's how I roll with hype. Hell, I got goosebumps thinking about that shit. Oh man. So, in closing, what are my hopes for Blade movie? Well, I hope they give it good justice and shit. You know, that's how I feel. I hope there's good justice. I hope Jeff's involved. I hope David's involved. So on and so forth. So I'm going to upload this and I'm going to take a break. Stay tuned.